Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Motorola Razr Ultra. Now you can pick this one up online. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one, $1,300. All right, so let's get right into it. First things first, shout out to White Shoes, back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
Calm down. Okay. Motorola Razr Ultra. Now this is also known as the Motorola Razr 60 Ultra. Same phone, one is global, one is in the USA. Now if you buy this in the USA, you only get one version, the $1,300 version. Now look, I've been using this phone for about 2 weeks. And I gotta be honest with y'all, I literally love this phone. I don't have any complaints. My only gripe with this phone is the price. $1,300, that's a little TGH. And if you're new to my channel, that's too goddamn high. Okay? $1,300, there's a lot of other choices on the market, and you can get a better phone. But if you're looking for a flip phone, this is the best flip phone on the market. I know somebody's gonna say, what about the Galaxy Z Flip 6? This would be my second favorite flip phone, but you'll see the differences in a minute. All right, so let's unbox it, and then we'll go through the specs. Nice black box, y'all know I like that. Giggity. Motorola Razr Ultra. Okay, so let's see what you get inside. Now this is gonna be, okay, learn more. Plug it and file it. Let's see what this is. All right, shoes back up. Okay, now I never opened this part, so we don't know. Let's see. This is gonna be, okay, usual books and shit. Plug them and file them. Shoes. This is gonna be your SIM ejection tool. Okay, you get a cable, USB Type-C to USB Type-C. And this is going to be your device. No charger in the box. Samsung, Google, Apple, nothing. Motorola, Sony, fucking Sony. Put the charger in the box. But check this out. Here it is. The Motorola Razr Ultra. Now let's go ahead and power this up, and then we'll go through the specs. Okay. Now this one comes in 4 different colors. You got Pantone Cabaret, Pantone Real Red, you got Pantone Scarab, and Pantone Mountain Trail. Now this is the Pantone Scarab color, which is a green with Alcantara on the back. Bro, I love this. And let me just make one more point. I like a lot of phones, okay? I like a lot of phones, but I don't love a lot of phones. Galaxy Z Flip 6, I like this phone. Galaxy S25 Edge, I like this phone. But either one of these phones, if somebody wants to buy them off me, I'm selling them because I like them. I don't love them. When it comes to love, I don't use that word all willy-nilly. I love the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This is still my favorite phone of all times. Okay, I love this phone. Asus ROG 9 Pro, I love this phone. This is the phone that I use when I'm scrolling social media. I love it. For build quality, I love the Red Magic 10 Pro Gold Saga. These are phones that I love. Okay, that's the difference between love and like. This phone right here, I literally love this phone. I love it. Okay, like I said, it comes in 4 different colors. I just had to get that off my chest. Okay, that's your 4 colors. Now for the outer display, let me just open this up. Okay, outer display. You got a 4-inch AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1272 by 1080. Now that's 417 for the PPI Patrol. You got HDR10 Plus up to 3000 nits brightness and a 165 hertz refresh rate. Now for the main display, you got a 7-inch AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1224 by 2912. That's 464 for the PPI Patrol. Hold on, I gotta turn the volume down for a second because it's kind of trolling me. Hold up. Let me turn my ring off for a minute. Okay, there it is. All right. Let me say that one more time. 7-inch AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1224 by 2912. That's 464 for the PPI Patrol. You got HDR10 Plus up to 4500 nits brightness and a 165 hertz refresh rate. Now the phone is IP48 dust and water resistant. You got an aluminum frame with the stainless steel hinge. Now, for the processor, you got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite with the Adreno 830 GPU. Now, what does that mean in English? Flagship specs, bro. Flagship specs. Now, this one only comes with 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. No micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now, on a quick side note, I believe if you get the Razr 60 Ultra, the international version, you can find that one with 256 gigs of storage, so that should drop the price a little bit. Now, this phone is running Android 15 with Hello UI skin on top. You got a 4,700 milliamp battery that features 68 watt fast charge. That means you can charge this phone from 0 to 100% in 45 minutes. Now, you got 30 watt fast wireless charge, and you got 5 watt reverse wireless charge, also known as power share. Now, for the cameras, on the rear, you got a dual setup. You got a 50 megapixel wide angle and a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. Now, you can shoot 8K video at 30 frames per second or 4K video at 60 frames per second. On the front, you got a 50 megapixel wide angle lens, and you can shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second. Now, you got dual stereo speakers, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, always on display, face unlock, on-screen fingerprint sensor, and one of my favorite features, Smart Connect. That's basically Samsung DeX. Now, Motorola claims you're going to get 3 years of updates and 4 years of security patches. So that kind of makes this one of the only Motorola phones that's guaranteeing you 3 years of updates. All right, so all of that for $1,300. Let me delete my browsing history and then we'll walk through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. First, let me answer a question that somebody asked me yesterday. If you're looking for a thin, lightweight phone, what should you get? This or something like the Galaxy S25 Edge? Personally, I would get this. Now, I know this one is a little bit overpriced, but I love this phone, and this phone is so much fun. And everything works on it. Everything works the way it's supposed to work. Look at the proximity sensor. You see when I get close to it, it automatically opens up the outer display. That little animation on the outside, I love this little creature right here. I don't know what you call him, but little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So cute. This phone is so cute. Now, I know I'm sounding a little zesty right now, but I don't care. I love this phone. First, let's talk about the build quality. Now, y'all know we got to do the flipology. You easily get the one-hand flip, just like that. The build quality is excellent. The fingerprint sensors on your right side. Let's open this up real quick. On one side, it's going to be a fingerprint sensor. You got your volume rocker, okay? Aluminum frame. On the top, there's your mics. On this side, this is going to be your AI key, okay? Dedicated hardware button. You can't customize it, unfortunately, but you get used to it. On the bottom, there's your SIM tray, USB Type-C charging slot, your other speaker grill. On the front, you got a little cutout for your front-facing camera. On the back, dual camera, LED flash. And again, depending on what color you get, you got different backs. So if you get the Mountain Trail, it's going to have like a wood back. If you get the red, you got the vegan leather. And if you get the Scarab, this is Alcantara. Now, y'all know I got to say it one time. What's that, velvet? Look at the back of this. Got the velvety feel. Okay, now, if you know about Alcantara, this is the kind of material that you're going to find in your luxury cars, in the headliners, and it just feels so good in the hands. Ladies, you know the procedures. With a back like this, I don't even want to use a case. Okay, I do not want to use a case. Now, this phone has a lot of features, First of all, let's check the biometrics. Okay, let me close it up real quick. Okay, you got face unlock. Now, let's see if I can do that from behind the camera. Hold up. All right, there's the face unlock. Let me do that one more time. It's hard to do from behind the camera, but you do got face unlock. Now, it's a little bit harder because this phone is smaller, but the face unlock does work. There it is. It just caught my face. Works flawlessly. If you want to, you can swipe up, put in your pad and your pin, and next you got the fingerprint sensor. Now, the fingerprint sensor is so good, you're not going to need face unlock. You're not going to need anything. When you rest your finger on it, it opens every time. And the good thing about that is when you do your flip, your finger is right there. All right, so when you do your one-hand flip, your finger's right there. It's going to just gravitate to that button and it's going to open up immediately. Now, you can use the face unlock with the display open or closed. Let me see if I can get it to work one time. Opened up. All right, it's going to be hard from behind the camera, but it works just like that, and the fingerprint sensor works just like that. Next, you got an always-on display. Now, this phone right here, on the outer display, this has the brightest always-on display that I've seen yet. Now, I know sometimes I make a big deal about always-on displays, but for me, Always on displays are critical. Okay, it is a mandatory feature for me because I like to sleep with my phone next to my, my pillow, and I use it as my clock. So in the middle of the night, when you glance over, I'm going to show you. This phone has so many dope features too. You see the tent mode? When you glance over, now let me wait for the tent mode to, matter of fact, let me just turn it off real quick. Oh, matter of fact, I'll leave it like this first. Watch the always on display. Okay, let me let the always on display pop up after the little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man disappears. Now, it might be hard to see on camera, okay, but the always on display on this is super bright white. Okay, there it is. Well, it's taking long to turn on for some reason. Motorola, stop trolling me, man. I just got to get the hang of pressing this button too. All right, there it is. Look at the always on display. It is super bright. You got the time, you got your weather, which actually turns. You see shoes activated the proximity sensor. You got the weather, you got your battery percentage, and you got your notifications. Now, if you leave the phone open like this, watch the difference with the always on display. Okay, let's give it a second to activate. Look at the always on display. Now, I'm sitting down here underneath these bright lights, and look how bright it is. It's still super bright. Now, watch this. If I want to check for notifications, all I got to do is tap on it. There's all my Gmails. We got some Instagrams. We got some text messages, Facebook, just like that. Okay, so you got always on display on the inner and outer display. Now, let's start off with the outer display. First of all, again, I love this little animation right here. So we got to unlock it. Now, if you swipe down, these are going to be all your toggles. Okay, so you got your Smart Connect, device controls, auto rotate. You got your wallet, screenshots, battery saver. You can power the phone on and off. Got your QR codes, all of that good stuff. If you hit the bottom, there's your notifications. Okay, all of my notifications, and I can hit close. Now watch this. If I swipe up, matter of fact, I'll open up some apps first. Okay, so let's open up messaging. I can do some messaging right from the outer display. So let's do little text. Man, I'm. What's up? Send a little message just like that. And then we'll exit out of that. Next, I can do some phone calls. Okay, so I want to make a phone call. We'll just do regular phone call. Calling up the numbers. Just like that. Exit out. Next, let's YouTube music. Now, this is a cool feature right here. Say I want to play some music. Watch this. Let me turn this down a little. New shit. All right, now say I'm playing some music, right? Watch the little animation that you get. You see it looks like a record player? Now you can change that animation if you want, but how dope is that? How dope is that? Playing my music with a little record player in the background. Oh shit, now I come through. That's pretty dope, right? All right, so let's exit out of that. Hold up. Okay, we'll hit pause. Now watch this. Exit out of that. Now, if I swipe up, we got all my recently used apps. Okay, so if I want to... Sorry, y'all. So if I want to go back to messaging, music, whatever I want. Next, if I swipe over once, we got apps. Now, you can add as many apps as you want. 90% of your apps will work. So I could do my Google Maps. I could do Gmails. You can actually play some games. Now, this is a cool little game right here. Put it on easy. This is Marble. You got to use the phone to try to get... See, I got to try to get out this little... Let's see. Here it goes. We're trying to get the marble to drop out of a little zone right there. Hold up. Roll over a little. Bang. Just like that. All right, so that's your little marble game. I mean, when you got to kill time, you got to do what you got to do. I can open up Facebook. And if you notice, you got full screen display. Now, if I want to, I can swipe up and do default view. So I can still have my notifications visible at the bottom. So I'm chilling on Facebook. But for me, hold on a second, y'all. All right. Sorry, Shoes is causing me to rage today, y'all. All right, here it goes. I know she's missed me, though, so I can't really be mad at her. Anyway, so like I said, you can have the view like this. Okay, that's Facebook. 165 hertz refresh rate. Now, of course, you're only going to get 120 unless you're gaming, but hit one button and go to full screen. So I can actually be on Facebook just like this. And if I open up, hold up a little. Oh, hold up, a little Android, a little, okay, it just lagged out a little. You see, this is why you got to do these videos live. Okay, so I'm on Facebook. Let's close it up. Hit the little button, back to Facebook. All right, so now if I'm on Facebook, I'll open it up, back to Facebook. Okay, now one thing I will say, when you close, like, and this is a little bit annoying. Say I'm on Instagram, right? This is a perfect example. Say I'm on Instagram, I see Track's video right here, right? Now, if I close the phone and I go back to Instagram, it's not going to be on that last video. It's going to be on something else. Now, the only way you could get it to stay is if I click on this actual reel. If I turn it into a reel, it'll open. Let me turn it down for a minute. All right, so if I'm watching reels, okay, now if I'm on this reel right here and I close it and I open it, it's going to be on that actual reel. Let's see. Let's try that again. Okay, some shaking right here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, now it's not even doing that. See, that's the only thing I don't like. Now, it was working a lot before when I was doing it, but you see, so say you're on a dope post. All right, if you're on a dope post, be careful, because if you close it and go to your outer display, that post is going to disappear. It's going to be on something else. That's the only thing I don't like. All right, that's the only thing I don't like, but it actually works. All right, so let's get back to the outer display. Okay, where was we? Let's open back up. Okay, so these are some of the apps. And again, like I said, a lot of things work. You could do TikTok. You see it's going to be like this. But if I want to, just swipe up, hit full screen. Now we're in full screen TikTok. And it looks beautiful. It's actually usable. Okay, it's not so small. And this is what separates this from the Galaxy. You see, the Galaxy, you can't do that full screen because you got those big cameras in the way. You're not going to get full screen. I love how they took full advantage of the display. All right, so let's exit out of that. Okay, so again, like most of the apps do work. You see how many apps I got on my outer display? Excuse me. If I want to, I hit add more. And these are all the ones that's left that I can add. So say I want to add YouTube Music, add Asphalt Racing, and now they're going to be there. Asphalt, Apple Music, whatever. Swipe over one more time. This is going to be a calendar. Okay, I got all my events lined up. Next, we got weather. Next, we got my communications. So say I want to just make a quick text message, make a phone call, just like that. Okay, all of my peoples. We got all of the games. Okay, a bunch of little games you could play. Got a little stopwatch right here. This is going to be my music tab. Okay, I use the Spotify music. We got Google News. So if I want to see what's going down with the news, click one button. Get the full coverage. There's the news. Open up the phone. Back to the news. Close it up. Back to the news. Okay? That's that. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to, you can pinch and see all of them. And you can move them around. Okay, so that's the outer display. Now, let me show you what it's going to look like when you're getting a phone call. Let's get and power this off. Let me grab one of my trap phones. All right, here it is. Let's do a little test phone call. Calling up the trap number. Waiting for it to connect. Okay.
Hello, Moto.
When you get a phone call, it's going to look just like that. If I want to, I could just flip it open. It automatically start talking. When I'm ready to hang up, automatically hangs up. Now, if you old school like me, you're going to love this. And this is part of the reason why I love this phone. The nostalgia factor, the hang-ups. Y'all remember the hang-ups? Yo, fuck you too. A hang-up? Or you're going to have a lot of fun. You can get the real hang-ups. All right, talk to you later. Bang. Real hang-ups. Okay? Let me turn this off. Now, let me show you what it's going to look like when you get in a text message. We'll do a little test. Okay. Got a little message right here. Now, if I want to reply, put your code in. What's good? Oh, matter of fact, okay. Let's do what's good. Just like that. Boom. Send a message, and I got the message just now. Okay, so fully functional outer display. Now, speaking of outer display, watch this. Let's exit out of this. Now, again, of course, if you swipe up, all of my recently used apps. But I like to have my phone in different modes. So this right here, this is called tent mode. You see, if you put it in tent mode, now you see my face unlocked, this actually worked. Put it in tent mode. Look at this, you get a different animation. That's pretty dope. Now you can also have it like this. And you can have a different animation on top of that. So you got multiple angles that you can use your phone, but me personally, my favorite is tent mode. I just like to have it just like this. And the proximity sensor works so good. I'll show you one more time. So all I gotta do is wave my hand next to it, and it powers up the display. And you get that little, I don't know why I'm calling this the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. We got to find a name for this guy, but Mr. Moto. Y'all remember Mr. Moto from Donnie Brasco? Sorry, Mr. Moto. Everybody who knows about Mr. Moto, y'all know. All right, but check this out. All right, so let's keep it moving. Next, outer display. Now, that was a full demo of the outer display. Now, here's your main display, 7-inch, 165 hertz refresh rate. Swipe over once. Okay, there's your Google homepage. Nice, smooth scrolling speeds. One thing I will say too, I love the Moto UI. Moto UI is the closest that you're gonna find to Pixel UI. Very clean. Okay, not too much extra bloat. Again, there's your AI button. So if you press the AI button, you see I can summarize my messages. Okay, summarize all of my messages. We can do some AI activities. Ask AI for some information, like a basic AI. Next, you swipe down. These are going to be your quick toggles. Again, all your quick toggles. If you want, you can add as many as you want or subtract as many as you want. We'll go to settings real quick. Now, of course, let me just exit out of these. Let's see, you got Android Auto, NFC, Screencast, Chromebook, Quick Share, all of the good stuff. Next, Moto AI. Now, the only thing missing from the AI that I really use the most is AI Summarize. I wish a lot of other companies would start using that. Samsung got that on lock. Samsung and Oxygen OS has that too, so does Color OS. AI Summarize. All right, personalization. Now, again, this is fully customizable. Let's see. You got a bunch of different wallpapers. Of course, you got the classic Moto ones. Now, this is the one I use on my outer display with the little red ladybug right there. I love that one. Let's see, you got this one right here. This is classic. Little Moto smile. This one right here. When I'm using flip phones, I got to use this one right here because this gives you that animation like that. Okay, that I love that one. Okay, you got a few more. Oh, that one's kind of dope too. Let's try this one. We'll set that as a wallpaper. And you can download as many as you want. Now, the good thing is they don't come pre-installed. So if you know for sure that you're not going to be using any of these, you don't have to waste space on your phone. Even though this one comes with 512 gigs, hey, why not? Okay, so you got different themes. Got default Moto, Seaway, Honey, Merlot. The Merlot was the one I used with the red phones, but since I'm using the green Scarab phone, we got to keep a green theme going on. You got your colors. Okay, you can theme your icons if you want. Let me see something. Themed icons. Nah, that's too much theme for the icons for me. Icon shapes. Okay, go crazy. Lock screen. I got my flashlight and camera, but you can customize those if you want. Display and text, layout, sounds, dark mode, basic stuff for personalization. Let me just see, did I miss anything? Yeah, that's it. Next, let's go to external display. Now you see, this is the one that you want. The little man right there. But you got a few different other themes right, that you could choose from if you want. Okay, that's your AI companion right there. Home screen. Okay, your styles, colors, themes. Razor tips. Nothing to really see there. Okay, panels. Now these are all of the panels. Now we kind of went through that. No need to go through those again. Okay, display 5. Yeah. Okay, sleep display. Okay, there's your always on display. You got lift to unlock, touch, move to show, approach to show, using the proximity sensor. Desk display. So you got tent. You see, I'm using tent now. For tent, I don't want none of these. So show the entire set. Now I don't like none of those ones. I like these ones better. Like these little cool guys right here. That's when you put it in tent mode. That's how you're gonna get that little animation like this. Hold on, let's put it in tent. Power this off. Hold up. Okay. When you put it in tent mode like this. Okay, now I got it in. I think I accidentally clicked the Hello Moto ones. Let's see. Let's exit out of that. Yeah, I accidentally clicked those. I don't like the Hello Moto ones. Now, of course, if you want to, you can add a new set. Okay, but I'm just going to use those. Show your icons, approach. Okay, you got stand. So when you put it in stand mode, you can have the same thing. Okay, that's going to be like this. The stand mode like this. You can have the same animations pop up. So again, this phone just does a lot of stuff. It's a lot of fun. So that's your desk display. And the music player. Now you see I have mine's like the little record player, but you can have it like this, like the music's playing around Saturn. You can have it like this, or the tape. Now the tape one is pretty dope too. Let's set it on the tape one. Let's see how that one looks in actual life. Let's turn this on. Let's see, little Bobby Brown. Look at that. You got the little tape playing. That's kind of sick too. And of course, the Flipology. Bang. All right, so let's get back to that. But I'm gonna leave mine on the retro. Okay, that's pretty much it for that. Let's go back to the settings. Okay. Speaking of retro, I got to show y'all something else that's pretty dope too. Let's go back to settings. Where was we? Okay, that was let's go to display. Okay, and you could change your size. Let's go for refresh rate, smart and balanced. Okay, why not leave it on smart and balanced? Oh, matter of fact, we got hyper smooth. Ooh, hyper smooth. I like that. I like that one even better. Okay, video resolution. Enable that. Okay, full screen. Auto rotate. Why not? You got a night light, flicker prevention, screen timeout. Okay, all the basic stuff. Let's go to home screen and clock. Anything we need to see here? No, not really. Control center. You got classic or modern. Lock screen, all of the basic stuff. Let's see, sound and vibrations. Woo! But you just keep on acting. Hold up. Let me pause that for a minute. Hold up. We got to get rid of this music. All right, turn that off. Okay, so the volume. The speakers actually sound great. Maximum. That's the Hello Moto. Now my notification tone. That's the Kodo Khan. You don't impress me. You got multi-volume. Okay, let's see. Vibration. You got Dolby Atmos. Now for Dolby Atmos, you got a bunch of different choices. I'm going to leave mine on smart. Okay. Now you can use the Dolby Atmos effects. You got custom profiles. Let's see. You got Crystal Talk AI, media player, live captions, yada, yada, yada. Notifications, everything is there. Gestures. Let's see, you got a few gestures. You got the 3-finger splits for your 3-finger screenshots. Split. You got the AI key. Okay, now you can use Moto AI or no action. Again, you can't really customize it, but you got a single and double press. Quick capture. Okay, twist for the quick capture. You see that? Opens up the flashlight. You got the chop. Chop for the flashlight. So chop and quick capture. Lift to unlock. Definitely got to leave that on. Pick up the silence, approach the silence, flip for do not disturb. Location, accessibility, if you're hearing or visually impaired, everything is there. Okay, let's see, anything else? Passwords and security, nothing there. Let's see, security and privacy. You got face unlock, fingerprint sensor, smart unlock, little theft protection, digital well-being, Google services, system updates. And that's pretty much it. About phone, everything that you need to see. 16 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage is a big boy. All right, so that's pretty much it. Now, let me show you something else that's actually dope. This is one of those retro phones, so you're going to want to use the Retro Razr. Look at this. Now, if you turn that toggle on, it turns your phone into a Retro Razr. That actually works. You see, the icons, they coincide. So if I want to go to my phone book, press up. That's my phone book. If I want to go to Bluetooth settings, press down, Bluetooth settings, the right, regular settings, the left, alarms. Okay, now if I want to do messaging, hit the messaging tab. Okay, let me go back to this. You see for recent calls, there's the recent calls. Okay, flips open just like that, and it'll stay like that until you get rid of it. Okay, it'll stay like that until you get rid of it. That's the Retro Razr. How dope is that though, right? Oh, I activated the AI. Look at this. Actually, the numbers actually work, and you can hit call, and it'll be like an actual phone call. You know, it's just a cool little feature, a Retro Razr. And if you want to get rid of it, just exit out of it. That's dope. Now let's check the web browsing speeds. Go to apple.com. Okay, go to official website. Full website. Okay, if I want to, we could do a little split screen multitasking. Let's see what we got open on the bottom. Facebook. Okay, Apple and Facebook at the same time. And if you want, you could swap. Now we got Facebook, Apple on the bottom. Excellent web browsing speeds. All right, so now let's try out the dual stereo speakers. Of course, I got the official Flossy Carter sound test by my homeboy Mark Rebier. Here we go.
Yo, sound test, time for sound test. Everybody shut your mouth, time for sound test. Time to test that quality of sound test. How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? Does it sound big? Does it sound loud?
How's the bass, baby? How's the treble on it? How's it sound now? How's it sound now?
That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. Sound test. That's a sound test, baby. That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. How's the sound on that shit? God damn it, holla.
Nice and loud. I'm going to cover up the bottom. This is just the top. You can hear all that bass.
How's the sound, white shoes? How's the sound on it?
The speakers sound really good for a flip phone.
How's the sound, baby? That's a sound test.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Rebier. And like I said, the speakers sound pretty good for a flip phone. Now let's take a look at this beautiful 7-inch AMOLED display. Now you're gonna notice, you're gonna have the bars on the side. You can go full screen if you want, but you're gonna lose a lot of the video. And your standard view is gonna look like this with the black bars. Now you see the crease in the middle? Pretty hard to see. If you're looking straight at it like this, you're not gonna notice that crease. Excellent viewing angles. Up to 4,500 nits brightness. Beautiful. And of course, you can flip it like this and go back to the video. Now, of course, it's a little bit of a delay. You can't do full screen on the outer display. It stays like this. If you open it up, it's just a little delay. You do got your fold mode. So you see, let's go to, if I want to go to comments, let's go to, get down. Okay. Let's do about. Hold up, let me see something real quick. Let me go to my comments. Okay, go to hold up. All right, go to comments. Put it back in fold mode. You see, now I can read all of the comments. And if I want to type a comment, this is dope. Leave the comments just like that. Calm down, Kodo. Okay, open it up. Back to full screen mode. It's just a little delay when you close it and you open it back up. It's a little delay. It's not a smooth transition. You see that? Open it back up. It takes a second to recalibrate. But here's how it looks in full screen again. You see? And okay, let me pause it again. Now remember, I was having the same issue with the last Razr. When you switch like this, right? When you switch and go to the outer display and start watching the video, watch this. This is another thing I don't like.
Everybody got the Sony camera?
I don't use it that much, but watch this. I'm gonna open it up. When I get back to this, I can't move it. I can't pinch and zoom anymore. Okay? I gotta exit back out, then exit back in. See? I still can't pinch and zoom. So once you do that switch, like this, you kind of stuck. Now again, you see, you can't go full screen from the outer display. Come back in, and now you can't move. So that's a little bug right there that I noticed. You can't pinch or zoom anymore. Let's exit out of this. Okay, now we pick a different video.
Mr. Brooks,
Go.
I'll turn it over to you then.
Now you can pinch and zoom. You see?
Opportunity to address the
Now,
court.
let's try this.
What, if anything, would you like to say, sir?
Go back to the outer display. Okay, so we're watching Daryl's subject matter jurisdiction Brooks. Open this back up, and look, now we can't move again. So that's a little thing that you got to keep in mind. That doesn't really bother me too much because I don't really do too much like switching back and forth. But it's something that you got to remember. All right, something to keep in mind. All right, so now let's do a little gaming. And on the side note, if you look closely, you do have a game suite. See that little controller? So if you tap on that, you got a toolkit and you got your apps. So performance mode, let's do turbo. You got your CPU, your GPU, your RAM, your core temperature. You can block your calls, your notifications, screenshot, screen record, and you can check out all your different apps. All right, so now let's do a little gaming. We got Asphalt Unite. Here we go. Snapdragon 8 Elite, so you already know. Now, of course, this is a flip phone, so you're going to get some thermal throttling, but you're not buying this phone for hardcore gaming. You're buying it for the flip form factor, but you can do some gaming if you want. As you can see, I'm about to get first place as usual. Hold up. Let me stop talking. I'm about to take it to the right. I went to the left. Wrong way, but hey, it's all good. Woo! Skirt into the glizzy man. All right, there it is. All right, let me turn this down for a minute. Again, the only downside with these flip phones, same thing with the Galaxy. If you do a lot of hardcore gaming, it's going to throttle. All right, it's going to throttle, and that's because of the form factor. But just a little bit of day-to-day gaming on your commute or on your lunch break, you're going to have no issues at all. All right, so now let's talk about the camera. Now, of course, if you want to just use your outer display to take a selfie, you just double tap and it'll open up the camera. Just like that. Otherwise, you can do the twist and get to your camera just like that too. Now, we got a bunch of different shooting modes. You got slow motion, you got video, which you could do wide angle, all the way up to 6x zoom. You got your photos. You can do wide angle, all the way up to 30x zoom. You got portrait mode with 3 different focal lengths. So you got 24, 35, and 50 millimeters. You got your pro mode, and you got more. So you got scan, night vision, panorama, ultra resolution. You got photo booth, tilt shift, long exposure. You got your group shots, time lapse, and dual capture, front and back. Now, here's one of my favorite things. Watch this. If you put the phone like this in fold mode, and this is why you're going to love this foldable device, this is perfect for vlogging. If I hit this button right here, now we could turn on the outer display. Now, I got it set to, like, if you're taking pictures of little kids, you can do the smile like the little cheese, but you can just actually have a full outer display. And here's another fun retro feature. If you hold the phone like this, and you just turn it like this, it's automatically going to turn it. Hold on, let me just go to my photos real quick. Go to regular photos. If you turn it like this, you see it automatically turns into camcorder mode. Now, I know a lot of y'all young cats, y'all don't remember camcorders, but us older cats, you remember walking around with a camcorder like this? You're going to hold the phone like this, and it's going to be in camcorder mode. Okay, and it automatically starts recording. So that's pretty dope. So let me hit stop real quick. So if I happen to be in photos, I'm just chilling like this, and something jumps off, as soon as I turn the phone like this, it automatically starts recording, and I'm in camcorder mode. And it's so much easier to hold the phone like this and record and keep a stable grip as opposed to holding it like this. All right, with the two hands, holding it like this with the two hands is a little bit harder. Now that we got shoes in full troll mode, let's see if I get one photo. Since you want to be out here trolling you. Damn, shoes, calm down, bro. All right, so we got shoes over here. Okay, look at this. All right, so we got a little white shoes shot right there. Not bad, not bad. But again, this is perfect for taking your selfies because instead of using the front-facing camera, which is 50 megapixels, you can use the rear camera. Okay, now I got it on this little smile thing. Let me turn that off real quick. Let's see. I want y'all to see something real quick. Okay, you see now, I can turn it around, and that's me in the background right there. Just like that. So now if you got your phone on the table, you can be vlogging like this, or if you want to take a picture of somebody, it's much easier that they can see their self. All right, they can see their self, so you got a better shot. Take a shot just like that and keep it moving. All right, now, of course, this does work in flex mode. Let me just exit out of that. Does work in flex mode. All right, so I got shoes. Look, got shoes over here doing some shoe stuff. You can be just like this, taking your photos or your videos. Now, does this phone pass the zoom test? Let's find out. Now, y'all know, for the zoom test, I like to stand all the way down the block from this school and zoom in on that little sign. And this is the best I could get. This is the best I could get. So does it pass the zoom test? No. Okay, so if you're buying this phone for super zoom, don't do that. But as far as the regular photos and videos, let me exit out of that. The photos and videos are crispy. But don't take my word for it. Take a look at these test pictures and videos for yourself. Now check this out. Here's how Smart Connect works. As you can see, I got the phone paired up to my gaming monitor, and I can use the phone as a trackpad. So we'll do mobile desktop. And all I'm doing is using the trackpad like this. And we can click on, let's do Google Chrome. I can open up a full website. Let's go to YouTube. I can watch some separate YouTube videos while I got my computer on this side. I can go to my Gmails. I can go to the Play Store. Or I can go to any of my other apps. Smart Connect, basically Samsung DeX. All right, so now let's talk about the battery. Now you got a 4,700 milliamp battery. That's almost as big as the Galaxy S25 Edge. And here's the thing. Battery life is totally subjective. It all depends on how you use your phone. Now me, I got max brightness on my always on display. I got the always on display set to always on display. I got max brightness on everything. Maximum notifications coming in, flash notifications. I get 1,000 notifications a day. Battery life for me is going to be different for you. Now I'm a heavy user. And I was able to get almost a full day. Almost a full day, but at some point during the day, you're going to need to charge this up. But keep in mind, you got your 68 watt fast charge, 0 to 100. Okay, in 48 minutes, and you got 30 watt fast wireless charge. So my advice would be, don't not buy this phone because of the battery. Just buy it. Buy it, buy a wireless charger, buy a little portable battery charger, and enjoy this phone because this is definitely the best flip phone. Now, speaking of that, let's do the RDA test, regular daily activities. Now, you just dropped $1,300 on the phone. Let's see how it works in the real world. Now, again, you got your 30 watt fast wireless charge, but if you like me, just sleep with it in the bed when you wake up in the morning. Just go like this, plug it in, shit, shower, and shave, and by the time you're ready to walk out the door, it's going to be at 100%. It's going to be at 100% for sure. Now, keep in mind, like I said, the proximity sensor works so good on this. As soon as you just come near it, it turns on. Okay, we got the little Mr. Moto right there waving at you. Time, date, battery percentage, all my notifications. Now, me personally, I like to have it just like this next to me in the bed. Intent mode. Okay, so you can have it in intent mode like this, or you can have it in desk mode like this. Your choice. Okay, your choice. But me, I like the intent mode the best. Now, you see I just clicked the AI button by accident. I can just click AI real quick, summarize my messages, catch me up. Okay. Summarize my messages and all of that. I'm all caught up. Ain't nothing to really see right there. So we'll exit out of that. Okay? So boom, tent mode. Hello, Moto. Okay? So when you wake up, all you got to do is pick it up and look at it. Now, my face unlock is not working from behind the camera, but when you tap on it, it's going to open up just like that. The face unlock does work. Don't let this video discourage you. Let me see if I can get one. I got my glasses on. Let me see if I can do it one time. Let's get one face unlock. No, I'm not going to get it from behind the camera. Oh, look, I just got it. You heard that? That little click? There it is. I had to take my glasses off. Okay, so the face unlock does work. But like I said, the biometrics are so good, you're not going to need that face unlock. So what I like to do, hit the button on the side just like that. Now, I'm not even going to unflip it. First thing I want to do, check the news. Okay, see what's going on with the news. Okay, that's my Google News. But matter of fact, let's do our usual stuff. Unflip it just like that. First, check the weather. Okay, 52 degrees. Beautiful day out here in New York City. Next, let's go to Google. It's a lot going on in the Diddyverse. Okay, y'all keeping up with the Diddyverse or what? Yeah. Okay, OnePlus 13 Pro. What? We got our OnePlus 13 Pro. Now, this is why I need AI Summarizer, because I don't want to, like all of this extra stuff, confirm and accepting all the cookies and all these ads popping up. Come on, bro. Hey, look at it. All right, OnePlus 13, 100 watt charging, 40% faster performance. What? Now, that's what I'm talking about. All right, OnePlus. You see, right now I would like to just hit this button and get an AI Summarize. That's the only thing missing. All right, anyway, let's keep it moving. All right, we got the Pixel 9. Let's see. Walmart's $30 Chromecast. The Sony XM6. Y'all see my video on those? I love these. Okay, Mortal Kombat 2. Character wish list. Mortal Kombat is dead already. Okay, pre-order the Galaxy S25 Edge. Now, y'all see my little battery test the other day. I'm going to talk about that when I do my full review because a lot of y'all was taking that test way too seriously, okay? That wasn't supposed to be some big scientific test. It was just leaving a YouTube video on and see if it can hang with the other phones, and it did. It did. Now, we're going to talk more about battery when I do that full review. All right, Shrews. She was over here rubbing all over me, man. Calm down, bro. Calm down. All right, so this is how your Google homepage is going to look. Let's see, we got our rough and ready with the WP300 modular rugged smartphone. We got a lot of stuff coming out. Okay? All right, that's your Google homepage. Exit out of that. Next, now keep in mind, it's Android 15. So we got all of the Android 15 widgets. Of course, let's do a little work. Okay, so reply to some emails.
You don't impress me.
Calm down, Kodo. Thanks, bro. If I want to, we could do the split screen. Okay, checking the emails, weather at the same time, or exit out of that. Now, again, I can do this with the display open, or closed. So I can go right to my Gmails. I can be doing the same Gmails with the display closed. Gotcha. And it's actually easy to type. It's a bigger keyboard than it looks. Okay, the outer keyboard is actually bigger than it looks. You got some UPS packages I can track just like that. Okay, while using the app. Bong. Okay. Open it up. Right to that same page. All right, so that's my work segment of the day. Next, let's do a little social media. Take it over to Facebook. All right, so we got Terry Warfield. Let's see, these experiences seem unreal. We got, let's see, what is Terry got a new glasses? What's this? You got a new Kia? Terry out here with the Kia boys? Okay, I didn't know Terry was down with the Kia boys. Okay, Skull Candy, Loud in Your Fit. All right, I ain't mad at that. Hey, my cousin right here, happy birthday, you know what I'm saying? 240-watt cables, big boys. Okay. Everybody looking good. We got it. It wouldn't be the same without. Look at your boy, yo. Look at your boy out here, yo. This dude, yo. If I'm in a restaurant and I see this shit going down, check, please. Bro, what? All right, calm down, bro. Calm down, Big Groove. Calm down, Big Groove. All right, we got the new Insta360. Ooh, look at that. E55, classic right there. Classic right there. All right, anyway, so this is how you look at my man Calvin right here. Calvin, beard looking good. I see you, bro. All right, got the Bose earbuds. All right, so this is how your Facebook is going to look. Okay? Meek Mills and Diddy. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Let's see. Close this up. Outer display. We still on Facebook. Okay? Fully functional outer display. And if it's too much outer display for you, just put it in default view. Now you can still see your messages at the same time. But me, I gotta go full screen. Okay, open this back up, and we go back to Facebook. Okay, let's do that again. Let's get the transition. Okay, there's Facebook. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you see now we're gonna open this up, and it doesn't take you to exactly where you left off. That's another, that's one of the downsides. What it is. All right, so that's how your Facebook's gonna look. Keep it moving. Next, let's go to X. All right, let's go to the mentions. All right, let's see. I was doing my usual Amazon browsing when I found this gem. What is it? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Doji. Let's see. Budget Beast. All right, we got a Doji Budget Beast. All right, I'll look into that. Would you review this bad boy? We got an Infinix G30 Pro. All right, I have to take a look. I'll look into that too. Why not? I'll look into that too. Let's see. This reminds me of Flossy setup. Oh yeah, the table. Okay, yeah, kind of look familiar. But hey, I don't have a copyright on a wooden table. Like anybody can do what they want to do. Let's see, something poetic about the oldest cat being called Flossy. Yeah, the world's oldest cat. The world's oldest cat happened to be named Flossy. Yo. That's crazy. Yo. All right, anyway, when you're trying to tell your cat to do anything, you have no power here, yo. Bro, only true cat owners understand how funny that is, man. I like that. All right, but anyway, let's see. If you're trying to do him, okay, look, like I said, man, we'll talk about the battery test. A lot of y'all took it way too seriously, man, but the point is, the battery is not as garbage as a lot of y'all trying to make it seem like. It's really not. All right, whoa. My bro got the titties out. All right, let's see. Let's keep it moving. All right, let's go over to TikTok. Okay. So look at that now. Huawei got the this little laptop book right here. That looks crazy. This is kind of sick, bro. Yo, Huawei is really out here stunting. Now watch this. You see, I'm on the Huawei. We're just gonna gently close it. Oh, look, now it stayed. Okay, it stayed on the Huawei. Let's try that again. Okay, we on Samsung. Gently open it. Oh, we still on Samsung. Okay, now maybe it works on TikTok and not Instagram. Let's see. So we got some Louis Vuitton. Close it. Go back to TikTok. And we on a Louis Vuitton. Okay. We'll try this test again with Instagram. Now, what is this? Look at the little kid. This cat right here is living the dream right here, bro. My bro out here living the dream, yeah. Let me turn this down. These big ass couches, I like that. All right, iPhone 17 Max. Bro, we got the unboxings already, bro? iPhone 17 Pro Max. We got unboxings already? Oh, those are the dummy phones. Okay, I appreciate that. ESR. Okay, we're going to have to get the ESR. All right, anyway, so this is how your TikTok is going to look. And again, let's try it one more time. Okay, TikTok from the outer display. This is so cute. This is so much fun, just like this. You know, this is perfect for one-hand scrolling. So you're walking through, you're waiting online in the supermarket, you got your groceries in your little cart in one hand like this. You can just be getting your scroll on, keeping it moving. All right, let's exit out of that. We'll do one more.
You don't impress me.
All right, let's go to Instagram. All right, so we on Instagram, right? All right. Well, calm down, confirm up. All right, so let's see this. Now watch this. All right, so let's try that on Instagram, right? Okay, first up. All right, so we see Dave Portnoy, right? So we're gonna close this gently. You see, and it refresh. It refreshed the poetic Flacco. All right, now watch this. So we see now. Say he's like, oh, you know, you seen a dope page right here, like something going down with the Biebs. Open it up. The Biebs disappeared. Now we back to the buns, yeah. All right, so now here's the thing. Let's try this. It was working when I was on Reels. All right, now say I'm on this reel right here. Let's close it gently and see if we stay at the same reel. Nope, different reel, yeah. All right, open it back up. Different reel. So yeah, so you know the RAM management with different apps, you're gonna get a different experience. All right, frames up. All right, let's go. I almost caught me slipping right there. All right, let's see what's going on with the Diddy verse. Okay, we got Diddy Trial Watch. I'm not really keeping up too heavy with the Diddy verse because, you know, Diddy out here doing too much. Yo. All right, so we got UAG. This for child support. Ooh, claims a baby father showed photos of a holding money doing child support. You see, this is why you can't be posting money online, bro. They screenshotting you, yo. You posting money online, they screenshot you. All right, Calvin, the Zoom test does work. Because I know Calvin, like, I can't really see nothing. Zoom in. It does work. Okay, Fortnite, let's see, it has officially returned to the App Store after 5 years. Okay. Get your Fortnite on. Why not? Drake have his own radio station in GTA. You know, this is what I like to see, man. Drake is doing it big. All right, anyway, so here's how your Instagram is going to look. And again, we'll just close this. And Instagram from the outer display. So do your little one hand, and you can do your reels. Okay? There's a lot of family show action going on, right? All right, but this is how it's going to look. But this is actually cool. Like, I rock it like this, and then you just flip it open back to the reels. Okay? So that's how your Instagram is going to look. And again, photos, the fun part, when you're on your photos, you ready to take a photo? Oh, something going down? I quickly put it in camcorder mode and start recording. Right into camcorder mode and keep it pushing. That's pretty dope. You're going to get your great selfies. Okay, when you take your photos, just go like this and then bong turn on the outer display. Okay, get the cover display. Just like that. And take some dope selfies and videos. Overall, so that's the RDA test, regular daily activities. Let's see, what did I do here? What is this? Okay, that's my Facebook messages. Again, if I want to check my Nest camera, okay, from the outer display, got the Nest camera, see what's going on outside the crib, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything actually works. Same thing with Ring. Check my Ring doorbell. I see what's going on outside. I had some activity going on. Keep it moving. On a scale of 1 to 10, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, if I had to choose, matter of fact, let me rank it first, and then I'll say if I had to choose. Matter of fact, of course, don't get me wrong, the only thing the Galaxy does better is the software. Like the Galaxy software, the One UI, I like to look at my notifications. You know, the One UI is just so much better and so much far ahead of everything else. You know, the One UI, I just love it, okay? I just love the One UI. And of course, with Samsung, you can get all your apps to work on the outer display as well. Okay, I'm not going to sign in, but, you know, everything works. Okay, just the same, you know. But I like the outer display better on the Razr. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving the Motorola, let me say that correctly, the Moto Razr Ultra, also known as the Razr 60 Ultra, a major go. You know, a couple of little bugs here and there, a couple of things that I would improve on if it was up to me. But as is, okay, as is. Am I mad that I spent $1,300 on this? No, because like I said, if it's up to me and I gotta pick a phone that I want to be thin and lightweight, like the thing that I love about this too, this is the perfect phone for riding your bike or going to the gym. That's one of the things I like about the Edge. Now, this phone kind of grew on me. Okay, this phone kind of grew on me. It's so thin and lightweight, you put it in your pocket and you forget about it. Same thing with this, though. Now, I like to work out with basketball shorts on. These don't weigh my shorts down. When I'm riding my bike or my scooter, this fits in my pocket perfectly. The form factor, they're always on display. And, of course, the retro flip, getting that phone call. Yo, hello? All right, I'll call you back later. All right, bye. Just like that. Or the favors, though. I got to do it one more time. Fuck you, too. That slam, you get a good slam with this.
You don't impress me.
All my notifications come in nice and fast. Everything works. Let's click on let's see a random one. Got a little Nest notification. Okay, click on that. You see, everything actually works. This is dope. All right, this is so dope. The flip factor, one hand flip, easy. I know, you might want to sit and practice for a few minutes, but once you get the hang of it, you're going to get the hang of unflipping it and hitting that fingerprint sensor all in one. Bang, just like that. Anyway, this is the Moto Razr Ultra. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah. Special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat. Flossy_Carter. That's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. # salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me roll. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.
Enterprise, Spock here.
Spock, run the beam up. Energize.
Hey guys, Jerry Springer here. Subscribe to Flossy Carter for the real reviews. He has a tech channel on YouTube, and he already has over 2 million subscribers, so give him a look. You may like it, and it could be very useful. Take care of yourself and each other.